Hello and oops, welcome to this video playing Woodpusher2010. Somehow I have problems with Woodpusher. Pronunciation, I mean. Score-wise it's okay. 1 win, 1 draw. Okay, my h3 line. And, knight h5, yeah, he plays the absolute main line here. G3 is what they normally do nowadays. And now f5. This is a bit imprecise, I believe. Because now I get this in here, this g4. G4 business. G4, G5, H4. And so on. B6. Okay. I can go h4, I can go f3, many ideas. Let's go h4. My ideal scenario is I get h5 and h5, g5, f3 for the clamp. So I'll try to do that. b6 is usually a pretty bad structural decision because I will never take on c5 anyway. So b takes is it's never happening. So it's it just limits his options. Okay, so g5 is a move now, and then h5 is one way to play. Sometimes, by the way, I can take on c5 if I get this g5 bishop g4 in. It's one very rare occasion where I would actually do that. Okay, h5 he will probably capture, so I go g5. So what now? Yeah, I guess h5, huh? Let's do it. It feels it's not a complete déjà vu, but it's kind of close to that. Something similar I had on the board just very recently in Blitz. One issue is that on bishop g4 he has this check on d3, which is this is pretty annoying actually. So take here, and what now? How do I get castled? Queen c2, there's knight g4. This is not so nice. Maybe just do this, huh? Cover g4. And it's not so easy now for him to... Okay, he can cover g6, but yeah, whatever move he plays, it's probably not something that he enjoys very much. So my idea was just queen c2 and castle. Yeah, that looks good. Need to get castled. We see one issue now with this b6 move. If he wouldn't have played b6 and would still have like c6, then he could play c6 and maybe take on d5 at one moment. And now c6, I can just take basically. And it's just a purely negative move for black. Didn't give him any benefits and just took away options. Which doesn't mean that I'm winning or anything. White is just quite a bit better here. I'm playing this in a slow way, just castling first, not rushing. Maybe now I have knight f3 as an additional option. The knight coming to g5, now that e4 is protected. I couldn't do it earlier as e4 was hanging, so maybe this is an additional option now, but I also want to castle. Oh, that's a mysterious move. What's the point here? Maybe bishop to f6 and something. Bishop f6, no. Yeah, this is an interesting idea. Can be played quite often in those structures. Yeah, I'm not going to take the rook. It's not even to be considered. Bishop g4 maybe. I mean, okay, taking the rook is probably possible, but it's not really high on my agenda to grab material here. Okay, so maybe f3. Just make it a bit more solid here. I can take this on f4 with the knight. This is something that is possible. Like knight e2 and maybe then take it. This can be an option. I don't want to take there in general because it opens up his bishop on g7. The bishop on g7 is currently not doing anything, but if I take f4, it clearly is coming is coming to life. This is also for knight g3 here. Not necessarily interesting play. Yeah, it takes. I don't want to take. I simply don't. I think I'd rather try to put something on f5 here. Knight h5, bishop h5, those moves. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to go a3 here. Might be dangerous. Anyway, I have to decide on a move. Wants to push b5. I can take knight c4. If I just keep it as it is, let's say I do this. This is very unconventional, but maybe it's just a good idea. And take this. How does he open up the position? I don't see at the moment how he does that. Maybe I just keep it like this.
Check.
I just want to keep, oops, come on. Just want to keep his pieces passive. Knight f5 is coming. Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay, then I should have taken on b5 first.
Time warning.
It would have been a lot better actually. Queen to b7. What the beep? And knight d3 all of a sudden. Okay.
Check.
Oh come on! Why am I overlooking this simple move? Oh, I'm such a moron. I'm such a moron. Unbelievable. From this position, which
Check.
was completely winning. Yeah, we know the deal.
Check.
But I simply hate this stuff. You completely
Check.
dominate this game from move 1, and then
Check.
this nonsense happens.
Check. Black. Check. It's on time.
Yeah, sorry, I don't care. I really don't care. That was such a one-sided game. So I'm going to win this on time. And I overlook c4. What an idiot I am. Yeah, around here it's very one-sided. I just have to probably take this on b5 and then play knight f5. And this is basically over. He has to give up the exchange. Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting play, this rook f4, but I simply never take. And if I don't take this, black is sitting in this strategically very dubious position. He has all those bad pieces. Yeah, and here it's just a pawn. The position is closed. Now, this was a slow way of playing it with the knight. Knight f5 was also possible already when he has to give the exchange. Yeah, the main issue here is actually the whole opening. Here black knight c5 is a mistake, really, just like that. He has to go f5 here, I think, and play this position. I cannot do this. I think there's f4, which is giving black lots of play. Normally, I think it's taken and knight h4 is the thing. Or maybe bishop g5 first. I'm not totally sure, but this is just not a good idea. Now I have to go back, and this whole knight h5 and knight f6 has not, yeah, this didn't lead to anything. And now g4. Yeah, as I said, b6 is just not good. It just robs black of options, and white is a lot better on the king side. Yeah, here you're struggling. A different option here is this move, this kind of thing, where white is trying to prove that this is a piece down. This can be quite successful, actually, but the issue with this is quite often that, let's say, what does black do? Some kind of move, and let's say f3, for example, and then like takes, and then some rook f4, and this often gets very messy. I mean, white is probably a lot better. Yeah, those pieces look kind of ridiculous, but it's also quite closed. So I wasn't sure. I think this is a simple way of playing, and it gives a big advantage. Yeah, as I said, interesting move, but I don't have to take, and this is always some kind of play. Maybe it's not objectively enough, but it's not easy in a practical game. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.